The following program is for mature audiences only. None of the information provided is intended to be medical or any other professional advice requiring licensing through any regulatory agency. It is for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Amy Satori. I'm an intuitive spiritual counselor assisting in raising the vibration of our planet. I was born with extraordinary gifts, experienced enlightenment for 6 months years ago, speak light language, and channel a being called Celeste, who is an ambassador for a galactic council of 60. I am able to scan your energy field for emotional blockages and talk to or aid in the healing of your organs using Qigong energy healing. I can also help you make decisions, talk to your pets, deceased loved ones, and your friends and family's higher selves. I can help you navigate your relationships and answer pressing questions in your life by talking with the unseen world. I use these skills I've developed to translate the images, feelings, impressions, and messages I'm given while tuning into you and your situation. I work Thursday through Saturday as a psychic for the Lighthouse Bookstore downtown Boulder, Colorado, and conduct remote readings all over the world. You can order a private reading from my website at amysatori.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow me here on Podbean, Instagram, my 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook, and YouTube. Set a reminder in your phone to call live on the show any Sunday, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, or 8:30 Eastern, to ask me a question, receive a blessing, or have me do some energy work on you. So, my friends, without further ado, let's get to today's show. And thank you for watching and listening to the Satori Show, you guys. It was nice to have a little break in there. Really nice. Relaxing. At some point in the future, I'm going to be taking some vacations too, so that'll be even better because I really love to travel. So I have some announcements for you guys. Okay. All right. So on WhatsApp, I get on there. I get on WhatsApp with you guys to make your quick relationship spread or twin flame check-in from my website. That's the easiest way to just transfer the videos without, it's just the easiest way. But some of you guys, not many of you, most of you not, but some of you guys get on there and just shoot up the breeze with me. And it's hard for me. It's kind of like, I don't know. If you guys are talking to me on there, I'm assuming it's important because I would think that you wouldn't want to just, I don't know. I'm very busy, very, very busy. So if you guys are talking to me on there, I'm assuming that you know that and that it must be important. So I check it and see. And if you guys are just saying stuff that doesn't matter or that's like just kind of, I'm really worried about this and I'm worried about that. And it's like, we really need to learn how to self-soothe or pay for a session because I'm not on there to just reassure everybody. Can you imagine if I didn't have boundaries, you guys? I would be getting these concerns, these codependent concerns 24/7 and would be constantly like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. So I just wanted to say that I really appreciate those of you who are traveling and sending me wonderful pictures and uplifting things and are telling me great news and telling me things that are going on that are inspiring or fun or cute or like any of that stuff, friendly stuff that's sweet. But please don't abuse it. Don't try to get a free reading out of me or reassurance out of me because it's not fair. It's not very nice. So, I mean, I don't even, yeah. So, and also, if you guys if you want to share something with me that happened that's really cool, then please leave me an audio instead of typing it. I hate reading long things. Hate it. I asked you to share your stories with me in email, and that's a totally different thing because I can cut and paste that and put it in a document for the book or whatever. But an audio is so much better because I can just be walking around the house and listening to the audio with my headphones, and I can hear what's going on and give you like a quick response or something like that. That's Also, if you have a video idea, then please give me a short and simple kind of a summary of what you're looking for, of what you'd like me to do the video on. That would be awesome. Somebody recently sent me like probably 2,000 words, and I was like, I do not have the time to read that. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't have that kind of time, you guys. And if you do order a quick relationship spread or a twin flame check-in, I don't do those on Sundays. And I've put on my website that I will get to you in 48 hours, but that is excluding on Sundays. So in other words, ignore that Sunday exists. So if you submit your order on Sunday, you may not get it till Tuesday night, or Wednesday morning or something like that. But usually it's much quicker than that, but I'm just saying, please don't ask me to work on Sunday, any of you, about anything, if possible. I'll do home visits on Sunday, but I am shooting videos all day Sunday, and then I got the show. I work really hard on Sundays as it is. It's not really even a day off, although I wish it was. But, yeah. So don't be expecting anything on Sundays. You can feel free to submit your orders and everything. That's fine. I'm not telling you don't order on Sundays. You can order on Sundays, but just don't expect it right away. I am behind on a couple of email readings, so I'm sorry for that. If you're one of those waiting for the email reading, I'm going to try to get to those tomorrow. The other question somebody asked me over lunch the other day was, am I too busy for love? Definitely not. Definitely not. I do have good boundaries, and I try to be done with work around 5 or 6 p.m. I have a fun time making my dinner. I dance around and just enjoy my dinner, and I listen to my Spotify or whatever, and then I go watch movies and enjoy myself and relax, and that's where my nurturing is in the evenings. So I usually will not respond to you on WhatsApp if you guys are talking about things that are not important, like impending, so that's wise, because my evenings are sacred, and I've got plenty of time to talk to someone I love in those evenings. Also, I am very flexible, can get away for weekends, or I can take time off like crazy. I can take vacations. I can take weeks off if I want to. I have very, very, very flexible schedule, so no problem there. And love is a priority for me. Love is definitely a priority. For me, if you have love in your life and you have somebody supporting you in that way, you can do anything, and the universe totally supports it. So, I would definitely put love as a priority. Okay, and then I also start on TuneIn Radio again. They also were just playing replays over this holidays. So we're going to start again tomorrow at 1:30 Mountain Time. So you guys can listen live, and I've started putting the links to be able to listen live beneath every video. So that way you don't have to go searching for it. I have new winter hours at the Lighthouse Bookstore. So the new winter hours I'm there Thursday through Saturday, and it's from 10 to 6. Actually, I still start at 11:30, I believe. So it would be 11:30 to 5:30 would be my new hours, because I only work up to a half an hour before closing, whatever that is. So the last appointment would be 5, and it could run till 5:30. So if you're looking to make an appointment, you've got between 11:30 and 5 to make a time with me. And I would do that in advance. I couldn't believe the other day I went in, and I had a line all the way down the aisle of people wanting to sign up for readings. So try to get in, make an appointment in advance by calling the Lighthouse Bookstore directly. Do not contact me to make an appointment at the Lighthouse Bookstore, because they've got my schedule, and I wouldn't want to double book. If you are ordering a reading through my website, which is amysatori.com, then you're automatically sent my schedule as soon as you order something. So Read the description beneath whatever you're ordering very thoroughly so you're not asking me questions that are already answered in the descriptions, please. Then you're sent a lovely email that explains everything to you as soon as you order, so make sure you put the correct email address in there. And then, then just expect what's described there to happen. All right, guys. Let's see who's been here the longest. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Amy. Hey, this is Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, I have a quick question for you. Actually, just wanted some advice.
Okay.
So my masculine and I, we text, we talk, periodically. And a couple months ago, he told me that he was going to start school in January. I talked to his mom a couple days ago, and she said he started tomorrow. And I've been debating on sending him, an encouraging text to let him know, to say good luck, have a great day, first day of school. But sometimes I know when we do our readings, his energy can be kind of defensive. So I was just wondering if maybe you could tap in to see where that energy lies right now between us, whether it's a good idea to send that or if I should just hold off on that.
I think that my general rule of thumb is if you're looking to invoke a response, don't do it. But if you're just being encouraging and you do not expect at all that they will respond to you, then go ahead.
Okay, because I've learned that with him. So sometimes it'll take him 2 weeks.
Cool.
Usually he'll respond, but it'll take 2 weeks to respond to me. But yeah, like I said, sometimes he'll has that defensive energy and he'll snap and sometimes not be nice. And so I just wanted to make sure it was okay to just.
Now also though, there are some cases there's a story, I forget what I called the title of something like Twin Flame Union story or something like that. It was like a week or two ago, I think. And in her case, she really, really felt pressed to reach out. She felt kind of almost a desperation. And it wasn't, it's tough to tell the difference, but it's kind of like she just knew intuitively very strongly that she needed to go talk to him. And she pretty much pounded his door down. And it worked out very well for her. Very well. He realized just how much she loved him, and they had this really incredible talk as a result. So listen to your intuition for sure. But generally speaking, if you just want to encourage them or something like that, I think that's great. Otherwise, just respect their space and let them come to you when they're ready.
Okay. And then, you've done a couple of these for me, on your show I've called. I know you've mentioned the link before, so I can go donate. Can you give us the link to that?
Thank you. That's really sweet. It's www.paypal.me/Amy Satori.
PayPal.me. Amy Satori. Okay.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Is there anything about your cat or one of your cats?
No,
I might have to take your cat. I might have to take your cat.
Yeah, well, I have 10,
one of them.
But that
right.
Yeah, that one was from the last call, and he ended up being attacked by coyotes from that cat that was from when I called before. So
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, God. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good night. Bye.
Yeah, I got a little mouse problem I discovered. And I'm a very clean person. I don't even leave things out. So I don't know how this happened. It has to be a neighbor or something, but there's a little mouse in my place, and I'm thinking of getting a cat. I've been wanting to get a cat for a while anyway, but I was wanting to do that in a more stable situation when I'm in a relationship. And I don't know, it kind of looks like life is pushing me to get one because I bought one of those sound machines, and it's not really doing anything. And I've turned it to all the different modes and stuff, and it's not really, and it's not listening to me. It's like I want to be friends with the mouse, but I don't want mouse poop around my place. So I don't know. It's either I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a really tough call, but I might just have to do it because I really don't want this mouse running around anymore. And no, it's not here right now, but I'm just like all paranoid. Okay. Anybody have any other recommendations other than killing it? Then I would totally go for that. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, oh my gosh, I never thought I could get through. I tried on an off chance. I've never called before.
Oh, awesome. Yay.
You know me very, very well.
I do?
I do. You do. I get readings probably 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh, are you the one that sends me all those cute things? And all the synchronicities and stuff?
Sometimes.
Not that,
yeah.
Brenda?
No, it starts with a K.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I was just wondering if there's anything that I need to know involving my masculine. We did have that huge falling out
What happened?
a while. There was a baby involved.
Oh. I never hear your voice.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
always typing. Okay. Nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my gosh, that situation drives me freaking crazy.
Me as
Like,
well.
seriously. Yeah. Not good. Not good. Okay. Let me see. I get that he misses you. He has a lot of regret. And the reason that we're not telling you guys is because you guys would want to kill him, literally.
Yes.
we don't want any violence here.
No.
So, I think I'm going to ask Spirit what it has to say right now because, yeah, you know how I feel.
No, I know. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, hang on. Let's see what they have to say. I keep him completely blocked. Do not talk to him right now.
Okay.
Because it looks like he is going through a very volcanic time right now, and he needs to go through it. It's important for him to grow up.
I would agree with that.
Does he regret what happened? Yes, but also, though, what he doesn't regret, I guess, is putting himself first and covering up and lying and all of that. So that's where he, it's like it's going to be a little while, girl. It's going to be a little while. I would keep blocking him until he is through with that situation completely and he comes begging and pleading. And I mean begging and pleading. And he will.
But it's possible that'll happen.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. But it's just going to be a little bit, and it's really going to take you being very, very strong and keeping him blocked.
Okay.
It's like, okay, think of the most extreme romantic comedy where she locks him out and he sits out there not eating for a week, starving. The most extreme movie you can possibly think of what he has to do to make it up to her. That's what you need to be thinking in terms of that.
Okay.
Like
that I can do.
Okay, good. Like don't give in to him calling or being sweet or apologizing even. Like this is going to take some if you give in, it's like you're letting that be okay. You're letting it be okay that he pretty much didn't give a crap about you at all.
Right.
I don't like that at all. And if it were up to me, I wouldn't have anything to do with him ever again. But I know how much you love him, and
I do.
And I honor that, and I love love. So he's got a shot, but he really has to do a hell of a lot to prove to you that he's man enough to be with you.
Okay.
So just be very, very strong, very, very stern, very, very, very. Okay.
Which I can be. I'm still angry. I'm still very angry.
Well, work on that. You don't want to be angry at him.
No, I am working on that every day.
Okay. So make that list of thank you God for my
Thank you, God,
misery.
for my misery.
Yeah, thank you
Yes.
God for my misery. Only because when you, and I'm glad you brought that up, because this is for many of you listening, if you guys are resentful or angry or any of those negative feelings towards your masculine, make sure you deal with it, because all it's going to do is cloud your vision and make you react emotionally instead of thinking clearly, and instead of being really decisive and intuitive when you go to talk to him. You're going to be more reactive, and it's going to kind of backfire on you. So for your own benefit, not condoning whatever behavior he did, it's very important that you guys come from a calm, cool, clear place when you guys have any conversation. If you're going to get anywhere, or if you're going to have resolution or any of that, you have to get rid of any ill feelings and come to a place of peace where you actually are kind of grateful for it in a way. This is about the most. This is a situation in which it would be very, very difficult to do that, but it's important for your heart to be free, and it's important for you to think clearly, and it's important for you to listen to your higher self and be intuitive in that process. And you can't do that if you're fuming with strong emotions like anger. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Is it going to take him forever to reach out?
I don't know. I just got the word better. Like, I think there might be somebody coming in that's better.
You know what? Fine with me.
Okay, good. Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I feel like somebody may be coming in for you in February. I'm not sure if it's him, or if it's your divine masculine that we've been talking about. He might come to you in February, but I still don't think he's going to be totally done with that situation. So again, just be real clear with him. Be real clear with him. And you guys, honestly, and I'm just, nobody knows who you are anyway, so I can say this pretty bluntly, but I've watched your texts and I've seen your guys' correspondences, and he's so immature, and so he doesn't see himself. He's not self-aware at all. So that would make a really bad relationship to be in the first place anyway. So, but I mean, they can grow fast. They can grow fast. I will give them that. This is how open-minded I am.
Well, that's good. So maybe February?
February, he might reach out, but just make sure he's done with that situation. Make sure.
Oh, yeah.
And again, think starvation.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay. And the other guy I feel like is going to come through in February too. I think you're gonna have a couple of options in February. So.
Well, that is great because I'm pretty tired right now. So February sounds like a good deal.
Okay, good. Yeah, take a month off. Also, do your best to be working on you right now, because you growing is going to help him grow. So definitely be doing whatever you can to raise your vibration. I know I say raise your vibration a lot, but it's so important that you be in a space where you're happy. Happy is possible within the circumstances that you have right now.
Right.
So
you can't manifest with a low vibration.
Yes. Or you will, but you'll manifest all the stuff you don't want.
Oh, exactly. You can't manifest what you want when you're in a low vibration.
Well, and that includes looking at that situation over and over and over. When something traumatic like that has happened, it's really hard not to get it out of your head, or it's hard to get it out of your head. So, but that's why you do that exercise that I'm talking about, so you can make some peace with it, and so that it's not haunting you, and it's not constantly on your mind. If it's on your mind, it could create it again.
Right.
Or something similar, or something just as painful. So I would do your best to. I just got whistle while you work, like Snow White. Is that Snow White? Yeah.
Yeah.
So go have a good time with your life and forget about it. And in February, you should have a knock on your door, maybe literally.
So he might be done with that other person by then.
Not completely. I think he'll be clear about what he wants. I don't think he's going to be done with it by then. So that's why I'm saying you make sure double, triple check that that's completely out of the picture.
So he might just have one foot out the door and testing the waters to see.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And you can
That
say to
sounds
him,
just like him.
yeah. Well, and you could just say, just be, we're not honest enough. We tend to just speak in code. But I would encourage any of you guys who want resolution with this other person to just be as clear as possible. So I would say, I love you and I do want you back in my life, but what you did has been really hard to get over, and I just feel like it was so selfish, and it's been tough. It's been really tough. So I would have to see that things are very, very different, and I'd have to make sure that you're done with that situation first before I would ever consider you. But I do love you, and I want you back. So let him know all of it. Don't play games.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay.
I can't believe I got through. All right, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you a lot.
Well, thank you.
So, calling to talk about twin flame stuff like everybody else.
Well, somebody said something the other day, oh, it's not about twin flames. And I'm like, I'm not all about twin flames. It's not about that. It's so funny. But, I do a lot of twin flame, help because you guys need the help. It's a tough situation to be in.
We need the help, Amy. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I've called a couple times before, and, I live in Colorado, and my masculine is in Missouri. And he has family here in Colorado. So he came out for Thanksgiving, and we actually made plans to meet up, but he bailed at the last second. And I was like, that's not cool. So he was like kind of trying to make up for it. And he made a whole list of like promises to me where he was like, I promise, like, I'm coming out in December for the holidays. I promise I want you to be the first person I see. I will text you every single time I'm in Colorado and set something up. Like, let's go see the Christmas lights, or let's do this or that. Like, I want to see you. How about the first week of January? And I was like, okay, we'll see. And then, of course, the holidays have come and gone, and he didn't. He did not reach out to set up plans, I know. And I called him out on it. So I sent him a pretty long, big message that was like, this is not cool. Like, it's not okay. You made these promises to me, and now you've just been silent. And instead of, like, being evasive, you could communicate to me if you're scared about something or whatever.
Exactly.
And then he did not respond to that message. And I'll admit it was a little bit like feisty. I did not go easy on him. But now that he's, not responded, I guess I'm just like wondering how he reacted and where he's at with it, or I'm wondering if you could tell me kind of how me choosing to send that message has affected him and how he's feeling about it.
Yeah. Well, and I hate that I even have to say this, but it's like so common.
I know.
Can I just emphasize though, this is the immature ones. This is the insecure, immature version of your masculine. Okay, he's just not grown up enough to follow through. The mature version of the masculine actually follows through on all those things, but unfortunately, it's very, very common when it's like they dip their toe in the water quite a bit before they acclimate to you. And, the masculine's running thing, definitely watch, if you haven't watched it yet, which you probably have, but the video called Divine Masculine's Ultimate Test. If anybody's wondering why your masculine is running or why they do run and why they do what they do, I spend like a half an hour talking about it. So,
yeah, okay, I haven't watched that, so I'll do that.
Okay, good. Yeah, I hear this all the time. So many of you are listening to this going, "Oh my God, I know I've had that happen so many times." But I'm really glad that you said something, and that is the thing that makes them change. That is the thing that really helps, is to give them a piece of your mind, honestly.
Yeah.
Because in part, there just seems to be something about this process, something about nature, to where they need to go through guilt, and they need to feel bad about something so that they can step it up and be the man that you want them to be. I know it's really weird, but it just seems to happen. Either there's a
Yeah.
rejection and they say that you'll only ever be a friend, or they say, they just don't have those feelings for you and it's an outright lie, or they'll lie bluntly, they'll not show up, they'll dip their toe in the water, they'll act like some kind of a player, like they only want sex, and it's just, it's the list goes on. But these same people, these same masculines, when they are mature, when they grow up, in a way, they really do step it up. And a lot of them, because of what they owe you, So as hard as it is, at least you know that everybody else is going through it too.
That does help. It really does.
Okay. So hang on just a minute. Let me feel into him for a minute. Yeah, he feels like crap. He really feels bad. It's just something about the intensity of it. It's like we almost get off on the intensity of it. It's like, yeah, bring it on, yeah. And then they're like, oh shit, and they just like backpedal, and they can't handle it. I don't know why. I mean, we think that we see masculines as these big, heroic, strong people, but if you look at it, it's like the masculines at that stage, they don't know how to handle their emotions very well, so they do get pretty frightened to get hurt. So that's their defense mechanism. Yeah, he definitely feels really bad about it, but he couldn't take it. He couldn't take the heat. He couldn't take the intensity. But I will say that once he's reflected on it, and give him plenty of time, but once he's reflected on it, he will, and they seem to all do at one point in time or another, they will come back. It usually takes them months to kind of keep mulling it over, but then they come back and they apologize, and then they come like more committed every time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do feel he's going to apologize to you. I feel like it's going to be sooner than a few months.
Okay.
But when he does, I would propose that you guys just have a good heart-to-heart about it. How it made you feel, why he did it. Just get honest with each other. The best thing that can happen between you guys is you don't play any games, and you're just completely honest with each other about your fears and insecurities and anything else that you want to talk about, because the last thing you want to do is lie to this person when this is the person in your life that you can be the most honest with. They are not like, we're not talking about karmics here. We're not talking about those other relationships they've had before. They'll throw you in that category thinking you are that, but show them that you're a soft place to fall, and really, just be the person who can just be totally honest, and encourage him to do the same.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the thing that can break the ice and get you guys actually going in a better direction, is if you guys can just put all your cards on the table. If you guys can get to that vulnerable place, and both of you can take a look at, what you did to cause that situation to happen, like taking personal responsibility, then you guys can start working more as a team, start working together, rather than have this awkward, weird dance.
Yeah. That would be nice. Well,
okay.
Would you mind just telling me how, if you don't mind, just real quick, is he upset with me at all? Because I guess I've been feeling some kind of guilt, because it's hard for me to express my anger, and I'm wondering how he's seeing me.
Now now you can watch the video called "Stepping into Your Power" for the feminines.
Okay.
That's what the feminines do. Is when the masculines do their ill behavior, the feminines just beat themselves up, and they think that it's something they've done or said, or they go through their own not feeling good enough. Both of you will go through not feeling good enough for each other. That's why I put that post on Instagram the other day. Can we just be not good for each other together?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like, can we just admit we're insecure, just kind of be together and help each other through it? It's like you have to be willing to love yourself to a degree, but you're never going to be perfect. You're never going to be that perfect person. You're just not. And you're pretty much always going to be so grateful for the person that you don't feel deserving. So the quicker you can just get over that whole idea and just be like, turn that into, instead of I'm not deserving, I'm so grateful. How about that?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's hard for me to express anger because I feel bad about that. It's not even that I feel like I don't deserve him. I'm just like, oh, was I too mean? Like, is he mad at me?
The masculines know that well. They're people pleasers, or at least they are in the insecure version more. But they understand. No, he's not mad at you at all. He's not upset at all. Okay. Except at himself.
Yeah.
But now this is perpetuating. I know, and this is what we do, though. We feel sorry for them. Look what he did to you for the holidays. Oh my God.
He was a jerk, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I know. About being a jerk.
That's how sweet the connection is, though. It's like, don't do that to yourself, though. You guys both flubbed up to some degree, There is nothing wrong with, at least you expressed yourself. Anything is better than silence, pretty much. It's like, as long as it's honest, just say what you got to say. So he's got plenty of time to mull it over and apologize, and he will. So.
Okay. Thank you so much. That really helps.
Good. You're welcome. Have a good night.
Yep. You too. Bye.
So many of you could relate, right? That was so funny. She's like, "Aw." Well, she was sitting there for weeks over the holidays, all sad. So I have this little thing I was going to put back here behind me, and it says, "Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain." So I'm going to go ahead and put this back here. Okay. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is the other Brenda who sends you the little fun stuff on WhatsApp all the time. The favorite cities and the pictures from the beach with the dolphins while I'm meditating.
Yes, you are the one that is from where I am from. Yay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing that. I love those videos. They're so awesome. It makes me take a break for a moment and watch the dolphins and listen to the ocean, and it's just awesome. I love it.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, similar to the other callers that you've had in, and especially with the last caller that you just had in, I want your advice, not just for me, but for the community as a whole, in how to deal, with the feminines or the counterpart who you're dealing with when they're in and out of your life. Like, you don't hear from them, whether it's days or weeks or months, and then they come in and you have this great conversation for several days back and forth, whether it's on the phone or text or messenger or DM, whatever it may be. You're communicating for a few days. And each time you make plans to see each other, to travel, to see each other, and then they ghost you. And now it's becoming a pattern. And you try to remain hopeful and faithful, but this happens every time. And you go from being, up in the clouds, flying high, to being so disappointed and getting that low. And so I'd like your advice, again, not just for me, but for the community as a whole, to how to remain centered and grounded and still remaining hopeful and faithful that this is your person, and not just kind of like throwing your hands up in the air and giving up and saying, forget it, I'm done, screw you, see you later.
Okay. So treat everything as a growth lesson, like a self-development lesson in a way. And any feelings that surface, he should have followed through on plans. Do Byron Katie's work with it, on that thought. So, in other words, instead of making it about him, make it about what that did to you, what that caused you to feel, what that caused you to believe about yourself. Focus on that first and foremost. Byron Katie's work helps you to target like things that make you feel insecure and work on those things. And it liberates and frees you. So does my exercise. Thank you, God, for my misery. Thank you, God, that he didn't follow through on plans. Thank you, God, that he's playing games with me. Thank you, God, that he, makes all these promises and then takes off, however you want to put it. You can put it a million different ways, and I would take like a whole hour to do one exercise after the other. Thank you, God, for all one at a time, 10 to 15 advantages or benefits as to why that was a really good thing that happened. Because that's going to get you clear, and that's going to help you have epiphanies that will give you breakthroughs that will help you know exactly what to do intuitively. Number one. Number two, you can't commit to anything that's not committing to you. So you're free.
Okay.
So as much as you can have faith that that person's going to pull through for you, there comes a point when you have other options that are going to start coming through. Just do the law of attraction. It never stops. It doesn't go on pause because you like a guy and you're hooked on him. So the law of attraction, just by its very nature, is going to bring you more options. It's going to bring you there'll be karmics mixed in there probably, and soulmates. So you have to be like discerning about who's coming forward. But, until they're showing up for you in a solid way and offering commitment, then there's really no commitment. So you can either make total peace with your life without anyone and just feel like have that kind of faith where you're just like, well, the right person will come along at the right time, whether it be my masculine or somebody else. And then you just mind your business and go have fun and don't, clean up your mess, whatever those thoughts were that were getting in your way, I would clean up first and then go about your business, having a great time, living your life, living your purpose, having the time of your life, and then just with total faith that somebody's going to show up. That's what I would do. If he shows up again, definitely make sure that you let him know how that made you feel.
And I have... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say just like the last caller.
I have before, and
Okay.
I believe I shared some messages that I had given him. I had shared with you, where I kind of laid into him, but from a place of respect and love, knowing how he disrespected me. Now, whether he read those messages or not, I don't know, but at least I know that I got it off my chest and I felt better.
Yeah, he did.
And excuse me?
Yeah, he did.
He did, okay. And so, I'm kind of holding off on doing that again because it's been a week, since I've heard from him, and that's okay. It is what it is. I see the pattern, but I've been biting my tongue. I'm like, you know what? We're supposed to see each other in 2 weeks. Maybe he'll show up last minute. He'll contact me last minute. Whatever. I'm fine either way. At this point, I'm fine either way. I will express my feelings to him, and I believe if I can give a message to your listeners, if you don't mind, to
go ahead,
to stand up for yourself, feminines, and be strong and be firm and let your masculines know how you feel. Lay into them. But when you do, come from a place of love and compassion and respect, because it's not easy for either one of us.
Yep. And you don't want to shame him. Because if you shame him, then it's going to perpetuate that feeling that he's not worthy of you.
Exactly. No name calling, no shaming, just love and respect and compassion and understanding.
And what it made you feel. So I statements as best you can.
Yes, exactly. Can you feel into his energy at this time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It actually kind of feels like he's going to try to make it up to you. Feels like he's trying to come up with plans for you guys coming up here in the next few months. Like maybe having you visit or maybe traveling with you or so. I feel like airplanes involved.
Okay. He does live on the other side of the country.
Okay. Yeah, he wants to apologize in a big way. So yeah, I guess since you've told him what you feel, just wait now. Wait and explore other options too. Be open to going on dates with anybody else. And you can even tell him that.
Absolutely. And
you can be like, again, huh?
I just say to someone that I've known for several years, he just contacted me, and he's I would say maybe a soulmate, but there's an age gap between he and I, and not that means anything really, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not tied down, I'm not committed, so whether it's just fun for now or if someone else is going to come along, I don't know, but to your point, I'm keeping my options open.
And sometimes dating somebody else can help you feel like a lot of feminists, if your self-esteem is low because of this situation, if you're feeling like you're not desirable anymore or you're feeling really bad about yourself, it might be nice to go on a date with some people and just feel desirable again, and feel like it can even restore your faith a little bit to have a man treat you like, taking you out on dates on a regular basis, actually calling you and texting you regularly. And I have heard some feminines that I've talked to who have moved on from their masculines. You do get over it. You see less signs as you go. It's not like you're going to be tormented forever if you choose to take another path. But do what's true to your heart. Obviously, if you're so hooked on your masculine that it just kills you to be with this other guy, then I guess you're kind of stuck. And then in that case, you just have to be as happy as you can, just being alone.
Right.
That's all you can do.
Right. No, I mean, I'm hooked on him, but to the point that it's seeing the pattern, over the past year that I'm open. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die if we don't end up together. And I'm not there.
Perfect.
I'm not there.
Yay. That means you're loving yourself.
I do.
Good.
I do a lot of self-care, and I'm focusing on myself and starting my business, and just being as happy as I can with myself and completing myself and loving myself, and I'm in a good place.
Yay.
I'm at a good place.
Yay.
Other than this other person that has come in, do you see anyone else other than my masculine?
Yeah.
You do.
Didn't you say there's another guy who's contacting you from the past?
Yes. I don't know where that, I mean, he's kind of been in and out over years, and I don't know if he's really ready for any relationship.
Okay. He could be a soul flame.
I do feel that. He's, if there's anyone at this time that I would just drop my masculine for to be with, it would be this person.
Okay. I got you. Yeah, probably a soul flame. Those are pretty strong too.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. Someone's coming through in March. And I think it's gonna I think it's a good option. I think it's a good solid option. This person's going to be ready to commit. They may have children or a child or something. And usually people with children are more mature. They've had to grow up. So, and they're more wanting a family rather than, just being willy-nilly floaty.
Right.
So, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Somebody's
Well,
coming
and
through.
I want to thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time and your energy. I appreciate all that you do for me in my personal readings as well as for the community. And feminines, stand strong. Stand strong.
Yay. Thank you so much, Brenda.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, yay. Let's root each other on this journey, right? Get outside of ourselves and care for each other and be here for each other too. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. It's Apollo's mom.
Yay.
I'm sure you remember. He's sitting right next to me. Not much. So I've been listening to the show as the callers come in, and we've had our twin flame situation in the past. He's gone. He's in California, and I'm dating someone else, and we'll be dating for a year, and we're very happy.
Oh, awesome! Yay!
Yeah. So we'll be our year anniversary is January 31st.
So is this is it a soulmate or a soul flame? Did you figure that out? The new person?
I think it's a soul flame.
Ooh.
Which is super exciting. Yeah. So when you did my reading, it was leading to marriage and all sorts of good stuff. Do you remember that last one when I was in Boulder?
No, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Well, it was I think it's a soul flame, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But we're very happy. And the question I had was more career related. So, I had an interview.
You brought Apollo into the lighthouse, didn't you?
I did. Apollo's my dog, for everyone that's listening.
Yeah, okay, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
I love Apollo, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great little companion. He's like a great little soul he has. So last time we talked, we were talking about the career path that I was on. And we talked about how I'm going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, recently I've had some issues with my manager. And I decided to go for an interview last week for a different position in the same department.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, what the spirit has to say about that and about how that's going to unfold for me.
Okay, what is it you're going into?
So it's going to be working with data. Right now I work for the state. So it's a data position. Eventually, I'm hoping to get into academia.
Okay, hang on. Huh, that's interesting. It does feel like this is a means to an end.
Yeah.
Is there a specific question in there? It kind of looks like it comes around full circle to the academia. For some reason, I'm seeing actually a circle. Like you go back to where you began, if that makes any sense.
Really? I wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, so the situation is that the new boss, so the boss, I loved her completely. Like, I loved her so much. And then she left, and I was completely heartbroken. So now I'm like Nemo, floundering around. And in my job, I swear, it's ridiculous. No one has any idea of what's going on in the whole place. And I just got to a point where I was just miserable. So I found another position online, and the new boss is actually my old boss's best friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I know. So I guess I'm just wondering if you have any idea of how this is going to play out, or...
And Tom, are you asking
How-
if you're going to get the job? Or what are you asking?
I guess, yeah. Let's start with that.
I think you have a very strong chance. Yeah, actually I think that you are going to be like the one that they really want. There's going to be another candidate though that's really strong too. Let me ask what you can do. Well, let me ask what you can do to get it above the other person. Let me see. Hang on a second. They really want somebody who's very forthcoming and honest. That's most important to them. So be very honest and vulnerable with them. They'll appreciate that. The other person's kind of putting on a face a little bit. So they're going to trust you more, seeing that you're honest and vulnerable. So when you're interviewing, just keep that in mind. That you just be totally yourself. Well, you're like that anyway.
Yeah.
So I think, but that's the thing that wins them over. The other person seems to really be kind of pouring it on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've just been nothing but honest, so hopefully
Good.
It goes well.
Good. I think they're going to ask you
anyway, back. I hope so. We'll see.
I think they have somebody
know.
else or more people to introduce you to or something like that. They just want to make sure that it's like that you're accepted into the family or something.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's my twin flame doing?
How's your twin flame doing? I think he's feeling like he's missed out. I think he probably knows that you're with someone else now. I think he feels really down on himself. I don't really see him taking action, though. I just see him kind of beating himself up.
Yeah.
I think sometime in the future he might step up to the plate, but right now I just feel like he's just feeling sorry for himself, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So who would you choose now that you have your soul flame and you've been with him a year? Who would you choose if the other one came back and was taking action?
Soul flame.
Really?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
Yeah, I think that from the other callers, I just really identified with how much pain that is caused by these type of situations. And although it could end up that it grows into a stronger bond and a stronger relationship because of those issues in the past. Like, the person I'm with now has never done anything remotely in the realm of what my twin flame did to me. And
awesome.
Just all that positivity and that trust that I have towards him, definitely soul flame. I mean, my twin flame was great, and the intensity was there, but I think the comfort that I feel with my soul flame, it is. He's saying hi. Yeah, and just the trust that I have with him and the comfort, and like wherever we go, like older couples will be like, wow, like you guys are really well matched, you know, and like, oh, are you guys married? And just stuff like that. And although I miss my twin flame and the intensity, and I would want to be friends with him in the future, I think that for anyone else listening, like if your soul is telling you that it's over and that it's time to walk away, like I think it's time to walk away. It just got to a point where we had just been in that same cycle of hurt and then ghosting and all of that stuff that I just got to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore.
So is that when the soul
that's
flame
my
finally
2 cents.
came in? Is that when the soul flame came in though? Did you give up on the twin flame and then all of a sudden the soul flame appeared?
Well, so my twin flame situation, I was in a lot of pain. Everything would remind me about him. And it wasn't until I really started accepting that and thinking about those reminders as a positive thing, like when I would see the make of his car, or when I would see, like when I would meet somebody that had his name, or someone from the same city, like I would just be like, oh wow, that was a really great time in my life, or like,
oh, that's perfect.
That was a really great connection.
Yes.
And then,
you guys, if you're listening.
yeah,
yes.
yeah, I know. And that's kind of when it turned around for me.
Perfect.
When I started
it's all
thinking
about
of
acceptance.
like, yeah, and I just started saying, for me, it would feel better if someone's giving themselves to me wholeheartedly and freely than me keep having to ask and getting hurt and feeling insecure. And it was just, that was the point. That was the turning point. And I definitely identified with a lot of the other callers, just the pain that causes. And I totally remember that 100%.
Now, okay, so just to clarify something, because I'm probably confusing some people listening right now.
Yeah.
So I have a video. Look up the video that says Amy Satori, the DM will be victorious, or just look up Amy Satori victorious as the keywords in YouTube, and the video will pop up. But it's about how I came to discover I was using soul flames as like there's the original twin flame, and then if they say no and they slam the door pretty hard, like you guys, he practices his free will, and it's over, it's done. You're tired of the whole battle. Both of you are just like, all right, I'm done. Then it's like these plan B or C or D or E or F start coming in, and those is what I was calling or referring to as the soul flames. So it wasn't the original one, but it's like other ones that have been cultivating and kind of simmering in the background maybe for years. This is for the feminines. It's not the same process for masculines, just to clarify that too. But so there's all these plan Bs and Cs and Ds that start surfacing that have taken years to get to that point where they're more ready. They're more ready, more mature than the original twin flame that sparked your interest. But I've looked at it a little bit differently now too, and that's a nice label to put on it just for the sake of saying that it's not the original one. It's a soul flame. It's somebody else that came behind him. But the way that I look at it now is that it's like in the star card that we did on this next week's reading, you guys will see, pay attention to the star card where she's holding this light. It's like the twin flame energy is this light. It's like a seed, and it went into the original masculine, who then said no, and then it left him when he practiced free will and said he didn't want that. He's too scared, or there's too many differences between you, or whatever. And it goes to the next guy, naturally willing to love you. And then it goes to him, and the seed gets planted in him. And then he's too scared or whatever, and it passes on to the next one. And this keeps happening until finally you find somebody who's mature enough to basically meet you at the level that you're at. But something to be aware of is I was asking Spirit today, so does that mean that all the past soul flames and the twin flame, like now that the twin flame energy kind of left them and went into the person who finally matched with you, like the one that you have right now, what happens to the people in the past? Is that twin flame energy completely gone? I feel like the answer that I got, and I'm still experimenting with this and looking into it, but it still feels like they could be a possibility that they could come forward later. But whoever you settle with, whoever you settle down with, that's when the seed really sprouts and grows with that person, and then it's going to be like the other options are going to be wiped out. But as long as you're still kind of not sure, then you still might have some more other options, coming up until, like I said, like you guys are really, really bonded and you're really making it about the two of you, maybe get married or whatever else. So.
Yeah, I mean, with my twin flame, I would love to be his friend. I think he's a great person, and I understand whatever happened, and there's a lot of compassion and forgiveness there.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So I wouldn't say the energy goes away. Like I originally wanted to ask about career stuff, but in the back of my mind, he was still there, So.
All right. So we've got a bunch of callers left, so better get going. But it was really nice to hear your voice again. Say hi.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for taking my call. I will.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
I am calling about my dog.
Okay, what's going on with your dog?
Well, she's not sick or anything. It's not that. I just have this feeling that I know her from somewhere. if that does not sound weird, like I've had her before.
Yeah.
Like I've.
Yeah, I just got soulmate.
Oh no.
This is really weird. This is really weird, but I'm seeing a horse. I think she used to be a horse.
Oh wow.
That's funny.
Oh,
In
from like
past
another life.
Yeah, it feels like a past life. It feels like a horse. It feels like you used to be a knight and she used to be your horse. Because I see her all decorated. She's like a dappled gray, and she's got all this armor. And you guys were super close. You used to pet her all the time and just treat her like very sweetly. But she was, very loyal to you. Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's funny you say that because she's little. She's a little Shih Tzu. But she has this thing that she does where she has to, I guess, climb into my lap, and she takes her two front paws and she kind of swats them back and forth at me until I touch her. Like she'll grab my hand, or she'll put her paw on my chest or on my face. Like she has to have my attention, and she has a sister. Like, I got two of them. I bought them together. She's not the only one, but for some reason she has this need to
get your attention.
Yeah, and I just didn't know where that neediness came from. Like I said, I don't think she's sick. I don't think anything's wrong with her, but I just feel like I've got like this connection with her that I don't have with the other dog.
Yeah, and as you're saying all that, I see the horse following you around. You used to take the horse with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
It used to be, in fact, I think that the horse used to do tricks. I think you used to have it perform and stuff. You might want to teach her some tricks if you haven't done that yet. Teach her some tricks. I think she would love it. Because I think the horse
she's already...
Okay. The horse used to, count. And they would make bets and stuff, like you and these other soldiers or whatever, nights. You guys would hang out, and your horse would actually be your entertainment. You used to sleep against the horse. It would lay down, and you would actually sleep against him or her, whatever it was. I think it might have been a boy in that life. But yeah, you guys were super, super. Oh, okay. More past lives than that even. You guys were brothers.
Oh, wow.
You guys were brothers before that. Because you guys may have even been like twin brothers. Or at least really similar. And around the same age. Maybe a year apart.
Oh.
So you guys have a lot of history. Now this is the thing that differentiates soulmates from twin flames and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that soulmates can be non-romantic. They're just your buddy, your best friend.
Oh wow! Okay.
So let me ask her. Let me just ask her if there's anything she wants to tell you right now. She's still just very much like that horse. Like if she could sew you, if she could be a little mouse and sew you into your pocket, she'd be happy with that. It's like she wants right next to your heart.
Mhm. Yep.
Something about your heart. She wants to be real close to your heart. In fact, she cares
has this
more.
Thing that she does. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What does she do? No, tell me what she does.
She has this thing that she does where she'll just take her paw and she'll just kind of swat it at me, and like sometimes she'll like pat my chest, like she'll pat it like me, like right in the middle of my chest with her paw until I start rubbing her back.
Oh my gosh!
And the other dog
cute.
just sits there and watches us, like she could care less stuff. Like she's like whatever.
Yeah, that kind of actually makes sense with like the horse pawing. It's like she's pawing you.
Oh wow.
So, let me see. Hang on. Okay, so I'm kind of showing her how she can be settled in your lap and still feel that closeness to you.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't need to be necessarily in your face about it all the time. That she can kind of relax and just even imagine in her mind's eye that she's up there in your heart. And she's like, okay, I can do that. One thing that could make her feel better is if you wrap her up in a blanket on your lap.
Oh.
When she's sitting on your lap, try to get like a plush blanket around her. For some reason, that's going to make her feel like, give her that sensation of being up there with your heart, in your heart. I don't know why.
Okay.
Wrapped up in
they've
you.
Definitely got their blankets. They've got all that stuff. Okay. That'll
We'll have it there next to you on the couch so that you can bundle her up in it when she's curling up on your lap.
Okay. Will do.
Okay, hang on.
I just didn't.
Do you have a specific question for her? It doesn't even feel like she seems almost. Oh wait, I was going to say she seems almost uninterested in everything else, but I mean she does have some interest. It feels like I feel her like running to the window sometimes, like looking forward to something. Maybe that's when you come home.
Yeah. No, actually, we live on the water. We have a lake by our house, and our backyard faces the lake, and we've got ducks, and we've got geese, and we've got hawks, and we've got birds. Like she loves to just like sit by the window by the back door and wait for someone to let her out to go out and chase birds. And again, the other dog is just sitting there like whatever. Yeah. Oh, that is so interesting. Okay, no, that's definitely her. Okay, because I think I had like an inkling or maybe a thought or my own theory, but I wasn't really confident about my own theory because we had a Rottweiler that we put down in June of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
She was old. She was 10 years old. She had hip dysplasia. You know, it was her time to go. So we put her to sleep. Fast forward 16 weeks later, we get these 2 Shih Tzus. They were 16 weeks old. They were literally born exactly the same time we put the Rottweiler down.
What? Crazy.
And these 2 Shih Tzus are from the same litter. They're sisters. So, and the bigger one is 13 pounds, one is like 6 pounds. She's tiny. The 13-pound one is the one that always clings to me. So my theory was, well, maybe this is Brooklyn. Maybe Brooklyn came back to us in her.
Yeah.
But I was always kind of iffy about it.
Okay, let me see. I don't think it's Brooklyn.
Okay.
I think Brooklyn. Let's see what Brooklyn has to say. Brooklyn wants to come back. Was Brooklyn a girl, did you say?
Brooklyn was a girl, yes.
I don't think she's come back yet. She wants to, but she's like taking a break right now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, she's been everywhere with us. She's lived in Alaska with us. She's lived in Hawaii. Like she's been everywhere with us. She was our like.
I know this sounds funny, but Brooklyn almost thinks that your other dog that doesn't really care that something might happen to it.
Oh no.
And at that time, it's like Brooklyn wants to come back, but it's like the other dog is kind of a placeholder until Brooklyn comes back. It's like a divine timing thing or something. So I guess it's something. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
If something happens to your other dog, I guess just know that it was a divine plan.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, where we live, there's hawks and eagles, and she's so tiny. She's 6 pounds, and like when we let them out back, we've had them since 2017, so it's probably going on 4 years now. But when I let them out, we watch them, especially the little one, because we do have eagles flying overhead and hawks, and I don't know how big of an animal they can pick up. If and owls too, we have owls.
Oh,
we have all of these birds.
They could totally get a little dog like that easy.
Yeah, we got snakes.
They could get a big dog.
We live on the lake. Right. So, and that's always a thing. We'll have birds like literally perched on our fence, and they're not afraid of them, but I'm afraid for them because this bird could take you out, and So yeah, I've had that fear about the little one. I really have. Not so much the big one, but the little ones, because she is so tiny.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. That's been very insightful, very helpful.
All right. Have a great night.
Thank you. You
All
too.
Right,
bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, so we have a little treat right now. I'm going to put both of you on, hopefully. I've never done two people at the same time, so hopefully this works. I'm going to take Jennifer first, and then we're going to hit Robert.
Hello.
Okay, can you both hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay!
Hi, Amy. How are you?
What's up, Amy? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you both.
You too.
Oh, thank you.
So,
thank you.
Yeah. So, to what do I owe the honor?
Well, what do I owe the honor?
Exactly.
It's nice to be on here.
Right.
Well, maybe you guys can give our listeners a background on you guys.
Okay, go ahead, Benny.
Okay. Well, Robert and I are twin flames. We work together. We met at work. We worked in the same place for 23 years, and never really knew each other until about 2 years ago. And it's kind of been a whirlwind since we met.
Did you guys go into separation at all, or was it just, or did it just go forward right off the bat?
It pretty much it was stalled because we were in other relationships.
Okay.
So we were still friends, and we knew about the twin flames and we had that connection. But we're out of those relationships and we're in union now.
How did you know you guys were twin flames?
There was a lot of different things, synchronicities. I never knew anything about twin flames, and neither did he. We would just have these long talks at work, and we would talk about, our past and how we grew up and the things that we liked. And I said one day, and it's like it's like we're twins, but we're not twins, right? And I said, well, maybe we're twin souls. You should look that up. And he did look it up, and he found the twin flame thing. We can tell you some more different synchronicities.
I mean, one of my theories is that what makes a twin flame relationship stick and you guys are able to stay in union is being able to take personal responsibility. Do you think that's why you guys have been able to make it instead of doing that typical back and forth dynamic that we see so often?
Yeah, we don't do any back and forth.
Yeah, there hasn't
anything
been a
like
lot of back and forth with us. It
Is
just
it
seems like
when you guys handle issues, do you take a look at your own rather than blaming the other person? Do you take a look at your own behavior and how you're contributing and whatnot?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's been at times when we would get angry, and we would say, well, you're getting angry at yourself, right? So 'cause we understand, we understand what that means.
Exactly.
The mirror,
Perfect.
the reflection there, right? And we also know that, like, we try to recognize the triggers, right? Like things that he may say or do or I may say or do that will trigger either one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of know each other's history, and we know we're kind of like the same person. So it's kind of like when there's a trigger, if something, he's acting weird, it's like, okay, what happened? And my mind has to go back and say, did I trigger him in some way? Or, you know what I mean? Like, because I can feel his energy. That's another thing. One of the main things when we met was we used to play that game where he would come in and he would come up behind me, and like if I felt him, I would raise my hand, and then I would turn around and he would be there,
I love that.
So I could totally feel like when he was coming, when he would get in the building, I could tell, like I could feel the energy was just, and as he got closer, it would get stronger, things like that. We kind of, I don't know, I'll think something and he'll say it, or I'll think something and he'll do it, things like that. We're definitely each other's heads, no doubt about that.
That's awesome. So how do you guys have those discussions? Like if you guys do get triggered, or like do you guys get jealous or anything like that? And like how do you have a discussion about that when those things like come up?
Like what kind of things would you think?
Like if we got jealous?
Yeah, or anything, the typical stuff that happens.
Right. Well, sometimes I get jealous and then I work it through my own mind, and it doesn't even become an issue or a conversation.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
I know it's only me. It's my issue. So I have to trust that he loves me, right? So a lot of times I just will work it through my own mind, and it's just it doesn't even come up. You know what I mean? It's not even an issue. And
this is the maturity that I'm talking about.
Yes. And sometimes my energy shifts, and he knows that, right? And he'll call me out on it, right? And he'll just reinforces and reassures me, that's all. Like
we had it this morning, didn't we?
What happened? Tell me.
Yeah, a little bit.
We were actually watching a video on twin flames.
Yeah.
And the concept of what twin flames were, soulmates and things like that came up in this video, and it kind of took away, I thought, from what the concept of twin flames, what we had thought it was, and I felt her energy shift immediately, because then this fear of, well, you mean we're not the special thing and things like that. And let's look at this, we know what we are, and no matter what the label that we, inscribe on it, it's not going to take away from what we feel. So it's just, I could feel her energy shift like instantaneously.
So she didn't need to say anything to you. You felt it and you addressed it?
I felt it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm more, since I feel like I'm, you know this, and what listeners don't know, right? But I'm more the masculine energy, and he's more the feminine energy. So I'm more of, it's harder for me to, like, put out my feelings, right, verbally. And that also has a lot to do with my past, right, and how I wasn't allowed to, share my feelings and whatnot. But, so he, a lot of times, will do that, right, where I'll just be quiet, and I'm trying, and sometimes I'm just working it through my mind, right, but, like, he'll call me out on it.
Right. It's time to speak up. It's time to speak up.
And sometimes I can't help it. Like, sometimes I'll be trying to hold back and not say something, and it'll just come out. Like, I can't help it. It's like, it has to come up, That happens.
And Robert, how does Robert respond to it? usually typically? Does he get defensive or?
No. He's always very calm and loving and understanding, and, he's never, like, defensive or anything like that.
There's been a few times where I did, Amy, but, it kind of, I had to play it back like Jennifer said, and just understand, hey, what's in this about myself that's causing this discomfort and this feelings to come up, because this is a direct reflection of me. Mm-hmm. And usually I can work through that.
That's awesome.
So
thank you for confirming that for me, guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Do we have any time left for questions?
Yes, please.
Because I think there's, at least on the horizon, we're thinking about the idea of possibly getting a place together.
Yay!
But just wanted to see if you could tap into that, and then Jennifer's son maybe having a little bit of difficulty with the, her divorce still, but see what you can come up with.
Sure. So is there a question about the house, or like whether you should move into it, or what's the question about the housing?
Like when
what do you think?
See it happening? We've been looking at houses. Like a timing, basically. I'm kind of looking at some timing, maybe.
Like when hang on. Soon. It could be as soon as within the next 2-3 weeks. Like in January. It could go faster than you're thinking, probably.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you could, because well, your guys' desire for it has set it into motion, and the fact that you're looking into it has set it into motion. Every little action you take forward towards your dream starts making it snowball,
Right.
So I feel like it's already out there to the universe, and it's like boomeranging back to you guys.
Right. Things happen for us a little bit faster sometimes, too. Like if we manifest together, sometimes things move a little fast.
Yeah. Twins are very powerful when they put their energy together. That's why they're power couples,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We've noticed
so in terms
at work too about that.
Oh, at work too, you've noticed that?
Well, sometimes when people try to go against us, we don't take action against them, but like the universe does.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm. My boss
and it
is
comes
really
up in the cards. Well, it comes up in the cards all the time too. It's like when you make that right choice to go toward your true love, you may be afraid that there will be backlash or whatever, but you're going to be divinely protected. I've been feeling it and sensing it all along, but this is great confirmation on that too. So thank you again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
incredible. It happens often.
Mhm.
With the backlash at work?
Well, it happens often, like not with just as a couple, but like us individually. Like my boss if my boss does something that's like not right or that isn't up to par, like morally right to an employee, right, and try to screw me over or something, or someone else, then the machines will go down at work. Right, the things will just run. It's the craziest thing, and we have proven it out like numerous times. It's hilarious. Yeah, I'm like, that's what you guys get for not being nice. No. Yeah, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. So so the next one is my son who's having trouble. I don't know if maybe you could do a healing prayer for him or something, but
let me see what I can do.
I think he's being called by my ex-husband.
I do feel like your ex-husband has a lot to do with his hostility, but I do also feel that within 3 months of you living in your new place, he's going to have a change of heart, and he's going to soften up. When he sees you guys living together in this new place and being settled in and happy and all of this, there's going to be something that softens in him. So it's not going to, this negativity is not going to last, and it's pretty short-lived. And he's also going, I think your ex is going to do something that kind of shows his colors, his true colors, and your son is going to be like, oh, like he's, like it's just revealed that he's I don't know, manipulative or lying or there's something that comes out that makes him really doubt his dad and makes him take your guys' side. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We've been told that he was a kind of a narcissist type of personality, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Is the son, 16 or something? How old is he?
My son, he's 21. He'll be 22 in March.
That's funny. So he must... There's okay, let me feel into him again. He really is trying to he needs a father figure. Like he really does kind of want to emulate someone. And I think he's going to pick Robert. So,
that's cool.
Just not yet. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
You're going to be more of a dad to him.
You're going to emulate someone. Right. If you're going to emulate someone, that would be the better choice.
Definitely. Yeah, something's going to shift for him. Something's going to, and it could be that your son might start dating someone who sees more clearly what's going on too.
Because of this?
What do you mean?
Like his father is teaching him what not to seek out. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that your son might start dating a girl that is able to see how manipulative the father is versus you.
See.
Yeah.
Like she helps him to see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's good that he might start dating someone because, he hasn't had a girlfriend in a long time.
I think you might start dating someone maybe in February.
Okay. Oh, yeah?
February or March-ish. This is what?
This is Jennifer's son, correct? You're speaking of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I have one more question, and I almost forgot, and I just want to throw it in. But I want you to, so we had this thing the other day where we were doing these things, these quizzes online, right? And we weren't doing them together. We were doing them separate, and 4 different times they came up with this baby thing, which I know cannot be us, right? So, can you think you can feel into that and see if maybe there's a baby coming in the family?
Yeah. What are some of the options? Who is older than 16? I guess.
My daughter.
All of our children.
Yeah, all
How
of
many
our children basically.
Just
4.
4 of them. Maybe say them by name.
So there's Jacob and Jessica and Stephen and Ashley.
I think it would be Ashley.
No way.
Of the 4.
What? Oh no, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like. Yeah, it doesn't look like.
No, Jessica.
Look like. Huh?
Jessica.
Do I know?
No.
Jessica wants one.
So there's Ashley or Jessica are the 2 girls.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jessica. No, well, you didn't name them before, did you? When we just named a few.
Yeah, Jacob, Jessica, Stephen.
Oh, Jacob, Jessica. Name them all again. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jacob, Jessica, Stephen, Ashley. I did it by age.
Ashley.
I don't know.
I think Jessica's going to have one though, just not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if Ashley's going to want to keep it. But you know what? Maybe this is just a heads up to have a talk with her in case that should happen.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So she's mentally prepared for it a little better.
Be surgery for that, but Okay.
Jessica's ready. There's no problem there.
Yeah, no, she's definitely ready.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm glad you called in.
Well, thank you. I'm glad we did too. And it's been a long time. I'm glad that you're doing well.
Thank you so much.
You
guys do.
Did you say we were the first couple to call in, or?
I've had a few talks. I've had a few talks with some couples throughout the last couple of years doing this. But you guys are, you guys were with me from the start. I don't know how you guys discovered me, but you guys were listening to my podcast back when it wasn't even on video or anything.
Yeah, I don't know how we did.
Well, it's probably around the time we were discovering twin flames and heavily researching the subject matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, we watched a million videos, a million YouTube videos, like all. So yeah.
Try to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah. What is
the
this
guy
crazy
today
thing?
was like completely opposite of everything that we. I don't know.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, you see a lot of different things, and I've learned that there's a lot of different views, and I just feel like when you know, and you just know.
Yep.
I mean, I put my forehead to his forehead, and it's just like we're in it's just boom. There's nothing else. It's just us, and the energy just flows between us. So you just know.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Okay, have a great night.
You too.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was a treat. That was really nice. Okay. Adriana.
Hi, Amy. Hey. I'm so happy I'm on. I thought I wasn't going to get a chance to go on. So I just
what's up?
So you've done a couple of quick spreads for me and then a remote.
Mm-hmm.
I have not spoken to my twin for probably 3 weeks, and I finally feel like I could see why this is happening. I feel like I'm at a place where I'm learning how to let go of control.
Yay.
So yeah, so I'm like, okay, if he calls me, he hasn't called me, he's probably just not ready, or he's probably going through something. So I'm trying to really look at everything through his point of view. And I just want to know, I keep getting like lots of signs and synchronicities, like union is here, or union's coming closer, and I just feel like, am I seeing things clearly,
Yes.
I am. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you being in that frame of mind has been perfect. It's really good to just and I've been doing this myself, just giving them the benefit of the doubt and knowing that they're taking care of business behind the scenes. And being kind of excited. Oh, I can't wait to see what he's come up with. I can't wait to see what he says. I can't wait, for the big reveal. You can just feel the energy of something kind of bubbling up under the surface, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like cooking, and I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? But I feel it, exactly how you say,
Totally.
So, do you see, you just confirmed for me, okay, I'm not just making things up, but what kind of progression do you see in him right now? I haven't talked to him. I don't know anything about him, but I could feel it,
Mhm. You said you were talking to him regularly up until 3 weeks ago?
Well, it became, I haven't seen him since August. So, and then he got a second job, and I kind of felt like, okay, I probably just really need to work on myself right now, and he does too. And we literally kept talking once a week, and it just started to just become less and less. So yeah, I haven't seen him for a couple of months now, and I didn't hear from him in Christmas or New Year's, so I haven't talked to him at all.
Okay, hang on a minute. He says you're his girl.
Oh.
He says there's no one else for him.
Oh my gosh.
And he says he's coming in.
Oh my gosh.
He says that he's been doing some really deep reflecting, it looks like. He's really looking at what makes him happy, and it just feels like I don't know if he's going to counseling or something, he's doing something to really work on himself to get ready for the next phase of his life, which will involve you. And he appreciates you being patient, but it just feels like he is just really appreciating all the space that you're giving him because he's doing some really good deep reflecting and healing.
Wow.
So
what is
he's
he
kind of doing
like meditating?
I don't think it's meditating. It feels more proactive than that. I don't know if it's like, if it's meditating, then it's like a physical form of meditating. It's like he's going on hikes or being active or running or, some kind of a physical activity. Maybe it's either that or counseling, because it just has such a like, I'm doing this thing.
Okay.
Maybe, it could be Byron Katie's work, but I doubt he knows about that. He's definitely just kind of taking, it's like he's doing, it feels like meticulous grooming. You know how monkeys like groom each other and they lick real close at every little flea or whatever that's in their fur. He's doing that, being reflective about his life. In terms of like him reaching out to you, he's going to. I'm not getting a specific date as to when. It's kind of like he might be planning a surprise. He might be planning to pop in or something. Yeah, I just saw the word trip.
Trip.
So he might be planning a trip.
Okay, that's cool.
So they're saying to hang tight. Keep working on yourself like you are. Keep trusting him. And you should hear from, they're saying call. I think he either might call you out of the blue or he might just show up.
Wow.
But yeah, he's definitely got you on his mind, and he's definitely like wanting to build like a family with you or something. He's got some plans.
Okay.
And when he does, when he does come forward, he feels like he's gonna be very certain and very ready. And so you better be ready to, like, you guys could be one of these couples that gets married right away. It's like he just knows that you're his person. He feels very certain.
Oh, thank gosh. So he's certain. Sometimes I'm like, does he even know? Does he even know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That makes me so happy.
Yay.
I do keep seeing like oh my god, I don't, so I've just been like going within a lot, and I'm not a professional tarot card reader, but I have cards, and I've been just going and just shuffling them, and then I keep getting like the Eight of Wands, and I saw another reader get the Eight of Wands, and it's something like 8 weeks. And then 8 weeks keeps popping up in my head. Does that have to do with anything?
Sure. I mean, I don't know, because I wasn't getting a time, but could be.
Okay.
Sure.
It could.
But 8 of Wands means things going forward very quickly. It just confirms what I just said.
Oh, that's what it means then.
It means a lot of communication at once. It means like going up the levels very fast. It means Cupid's arrows are hitting you hard. It means it's like taking off, like really taking off fast.
Okay. And I am involved. Well, I don't know how to say this, but it is a third party situation. So, where is he with that now? With him, he has.
Over. I just got over. I think it ended over the holidays or right after the holidays or something. It's over.
It's over.
So maybe that's why he's in. Look up the Four of Swords on Google, because that is the space he's in. And that was actually what I was describing. The energy that he's in is very much Four of Swords. When you're healing from a breakup and you're reassessing everything that means everything to you in your life, and you're doing a very thorough cleanup job, trying to really get down to the heart of what you want going forward. So yeah, cool. Very affirming.
Yes. Okay. That's amazing.
All right.
Okay,
Well, I
and
gotta
then
go, but
oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, I was gonna say about my family situation. My mom has been like very manipulative, like, and it kind of has brought my relationship with my brother to like have no relationship. Am I seeing things clearly, or is it me? Like, my brother literally went off on me a couple weeks ago, and he was like, he basically cornering me, like saying like I don't have a relationship with none of my cousins. They don't love me. You know, what is going on there? You know?
Hang on. You know, it really actually feels like you need to use your manifestation abilities, because it feels like it could be anything that you make it in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, if you show up at a party and all of your cousins are there and you are convinced that they very much love you and you love them, then you guys will get along great and have a wonderful time. But if you want to believe him and you walk in insecure, they'll probably treat you so. They'll probably treat you reserved and pull back, and I feel like it could go either way. So it's up to you and what you choose to believe about your connection to those guys. Don't listen to him is what I'm getting though too. Don't listen to him.
Does he get manipulated by my mom a lot? Because I don't have a good relationship with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And why though? Like why does this go on?
She's jealous of you. I just feel like you're doing things she wished she would have done or would be able to do or something like that. It's just kind of it just feels like jealousy. Catty. It's real catty.
You told me that before. You just said it again. Thank you. Like it's
You're
just hard for
welcome.
me to believe because it's my mom, you know.
And
in regards to my cousins, my dad has felt like my mom has said things up to me about them, kind of like to make me look like a bad person. Do they see me in those eyes, or is there love there? Like, is it okay for me to reach out to them? Like, what is going on? You know.
Now, just to repeat myself, it is what you believe it is.
Okay.
Go into it knowing that they love you, and you will change their mind. When there are lies going on like that, all you really have to do is just be yourself and assume the best, and the truth will come out. So don't worry about it.
Okay, so they're just lies, right? They're all lies.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, you're good. Go be yourself.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Amy.
Okay. You're welcome.
I wish you the best. All right.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay. Is somebody there? Okay. We're good. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi. So we got to go super speed because I'm already like quite a bit over time.
Hello?
Hi. We got to be really fast.
Oh, okay. I have a question. I spoke to you before Thanksgiving, and the person I was interested, my person, you said he was going to contact me, and actually he did. He just messaged me and just said Happy Thanksgiving to you, but he hasn't contacted me since then. And on Christmas Day, I was no, actually, I'm sorry. On New Year's, I was standing by the stove, and I got a flash of him, like he was standing there, and a woman walked up to him, kind of like if they were at a party, and she just walked up really close to him and stood in front of him. And at that moment, I got this heartache, and I just felt like if it was a flash of that moment that where he was at that present moment.
Interesting. I think it was an ex that showed up somewhere where he was.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was not expecting to see her, but I feel like it was whatever happened between the two of them. I think it got resolved. I think that you felt into the moment when she walked in the room, but the two of them ended up having some good discussions and resolving their issues. So for him, it gave him really good closure later.
But he's no longer with her.
No. I think they might. they might have decided to like be friends or something like that, but I really don't think that's going to work. But I don't think that there's any kind of a romance going on right now for them.
Okay. And I have a close friend who I was in a really deep connection with when I was younger, and he knows of him. And I had a conversation with him, and he's into. His mom is a tarot reader. She's psychic. She's very intuitive, and she's very good at what she does. And he has this gift as well. And when I spoke to him one time, he said that if I gave him money, what did he take? What did this person take from me, Amy? And I don't know what he meant. He said that his mom told him that this man that I care about took something from me, that he stole something from me. And he said he was very jealous. My friend told me, because he wanted me to marry him. He wanted me to go live with them in New York. And he said, I'm very jealous of what my mom told me, and this man treated you badly and everything, and he stole from you. What did you give him? And I was like, nothing. I don't know and I've heard other readings, and it says that this man took something from me, and I don't know what it is that he took from me.
Does it matter?
I guess it doesn't.
Let me do a blessing to sever any cords between in that situation. Let me just make sure that he can't do any kind of spells on it or anything like that.
That's what I thought, that he did something. I thought that my friend, that he did something to completely separate me from this person that I'm interested.
Okay. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Just relax your shoulders.
Uh-huh.
sa laki ishon. Asisina laki ina pa umwakai. La sisiki shi sinamo mo kina laki di tanse. Hold on. Hamaki look ina. He shasiti ni na puku omo. Alakishi si sena hala ina tela. Hele na laki dupu mo ke. Whatever happened, it happened a really long time ago, and it's non-existent anymore.
Okay.
It's like he may have tried something in the past, but it didn't work or something, and he's forgotten all about it. The whole thing is completely dropped, so don't keep it alive.
Okay. And I've tried. So just I want to know if it will be okay for me to contact him. Not my the person I'm interested. If it will be okay to contact him, or if I should just stay away and let him, or if he even thinks
the person you're interested in.
Yeah, the person I'm interested. The one that I saw with this girl. The one that I have the contact. I have like this connection with him.
Hang on. Okay, gotcha. Hang on. Yeah, it would be fine, but it's like the typical thing that I always say, like, don't expect anything back, but you could send some love or just say hi or something.
He doesn't think I'm coming back at all. It's just a friend.
I thought you asked if it was okay that you contact him.
Yeah. If I were to contact him, but as far as him, as far as us having a relationship again.
What about it? You didn't ask that. What's the question?
What are his thoughts about that?
About getting back with you?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I already told you no.
No.
Oh, okay.
He said no.
He's in a what, third party situation? He's not with that girl. He's not with that girl that you picked up on. Do you remember that I said that?
Yes, I do remember you said that. Yes.
Okay. Hang on a minute. He's still, it just feels like he's in healing mode. He's in like Four of Swords mode. So he's going to be a little bit withdrawn. But I'm feeling, again, a lot of stuff's going to be happening in February. It just feels like he's going to be contacting you in February. Now, time is malleable, so don't be, all particular that it has to happen in February.
Oh, yeah.
But, But yeah,
Yeah, I
he's gonna
know.
want to. Yeah, he'll be. It feels to me like he's gonna be reaching out sometime in February.
I'll just let him reach out to me then. And I just one last question. He had custody of his niece.
Okay.
Does he
What's the
still
question?
have Does he still have custody of her? She's a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
He does.
Yeah, I think it might be split custody. It might go. It might the niece might go back and forth.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
That's it. They're involved with Children's Services, and he took custody of his niece.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Thank you very much for your answers, and thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Good night.
All right. All right, everyone. I'm grateful to all of you. I'm grateful that even after all this time of taking a break, I still had my phone lines completely full. So you guys have yourself a beautiful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And sending much love to you and good vibes, and keep your chin up. And for those masculines listening, go forward boldly into your beautiful, bright future, okay? And just remember what that couple sounded like. That's what you're aiming for. That's where you guys want to be when you come together with that person. All right. Have a good one. And we'll talk to you next time on The Satori Show.